I got your list on the fundraising that you posted on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm adding these numbers up, I'm not getting these same numbers. If you take,
Because I've had multiple people add it up.
well, because you have $1,140, which I get, as total funds raised. But then I have, the money raised for the, every year's taken on. I need mine, I guess I'll put it on. I need those two that you got here.
Is this what you need this?
Yeah. Okay, so with the dump tank, the food, the raffle items, and the swing set, if you list all those things and subtract them from 1140, I come up with $570.85 negative.
Yeah, we were essentially all in the negative when you take into consideration having to do advertisement for the event because nobody knew where Oakland Harbor was, to bring into the effect of what Anthony spent going down to Dallas, because let's be honest, the board wouldn't have paid for fuel in the first place, and a whole bunch of other things, then yes, we would have came out negative, but we did not factor that in.
Do we have receipts for the raffle items that are purchased?
Yeah, I've got my receipts.
Okay, and the swing set, I'm kind of concerned about the swing set because I'm hearing different things. On the swing set, it shows $750 that we cost us for the swing set. But it cost the fundraising committee for $750. But then I have people who I'm hearing that said that was donated to Oakland Harbor
No,
for free.
but please tell me who's informing you.
I'm one of them. I'll put them sit right over there and say that we donated, you all paid to go down there to get it. And
Yeah, I paid the lady. Would you like to see the fucking conversation?
well, we don't have to get nasty.
Wow, we don't have to get nasty. Minus $571. I think I might get a little nasty too. Maybe just a little bit after being accused of not accounting properly.
But I will say this, we would like to see receipts for everything. Fundraiser for doing.
Well, legal guy did not have to bring the receipts to you guys because this was not a board sponsor. No, it is not.
Well,
No, it is not.
you're placing this stuff on Oakwood Harbor, common ground.
Well, then I will go ahead and remove it from common ground until I get the approval from the new board in 2022 or 2023.
Now you guys can make that decision.
Courtney, it's not, the question is not whether or not, we've already approved you to put that on there. This board did give you approval to do that. Anything that's done on common ground, needs to come before the board.
Actually, no, it doesn't read covenants. No, it doesn't.
It's common ground, it needs to be
Yeah,
approved
which
by
the
the board.
the board maintains. I do not have to get the board approval to have any type of events.
Are you saying that anything that you want to place on common ground,
No, I'm
permanent
not talking
structure?
about that. No, I'm not talking
We're
about
talking about the swing set, okay? So let's take it back to the swing set. We gave you approval to place a swing set on common ground. Anything that you place on common ground, like a permanent structure, anything like that, needs to be, routed through the board. for
Yeah,
approval.
that needs to
So
be routed through the board.
that is all that we're saying.
Fundraisers and stuff like that.
Fundraising
No, they
money,
do not.
fundraising money, you keep it in file, you keep a record of, that does not go into Oakland Harbor's funds, it's not associated with funds. The only reason that, we're making sure that you have good records is because we sanctioned you to be our chairperson as fundraising chair, and so we just wanna make sure that this information, in case we're questioned by the IRS or anything, that it all adds up. And that way it doesn't come back on you or us. And so this is for your own protection too, that you keep good records and that the totals add up. But I'm concerned about this. There were witnesses that heard you say that this was donated and that you drove down to Texas to get it. Obviously, you spent money for the fuel, but you stated on this piece of paper, or you stated actually on what you posted online, that you paid $750 for it, and yet a witness heard you say that it was donated.
No. None of that was donated, plain and simple.
Okay, but again, a witness heard you say
And
when.
which witness is that? Because I would love to have words outside of Daryl. No, Daryl donated his time putting it up along with Bob and Anthony.
Right, but
And
when
that
he was
was
putting that up, I believe that's the time that
I heard her say.
that you said it was donated. So we're just questioning the difference there because, obviously, if you were heard to say it was donated and then you stated and posted that you paid $750, that doesn't add up. And so that is what concerns us. The money, you keep that, whether or not you, we encouraged you to create a bank account for it, some type of fundraising account. But if you want to keep it in another safe place, that's up to you. And if you keep records in your files, we'd love to have a copy of it in our files. That's what other fundraisers have done in the past. Our current vote off effort, there are records in the files. It's not the board doing it, it's volunteers, but they provided information and like for the picnic, the volunteer, community volunteers provided information. This is how much we made and toward this effort. So that we're just keeping good records. It just protects the fundraisers and it protects the board in the event that we're questioned. So you're right, the fundraising money doesn't come into Oakwood Harbor at all. And you can keep it however you want to. We're just encouraging you to keep good records. But again, we're questioning this discrepancy in your statement you paid for it. You were heard to say it was donated when Daryl was spending his volunteer time setting it up for you. And so
The only thing that was donated technically would have been the time that my husband took to go down to Texas to get it.
okay. You also mentioned that you knew the fuel would not be reimbursed. You did not approach the board and ask.
That's because it was a waste of breath.
Well, and here's the board, doesn't not take funds from Oakwood Harbor that's paid by property owners to contribute to a fundraising effort. So that would have been the only reason. It wouldn't have been that we would not have wanted to help with that. But, you know, I know some board members did help with that effort. I know I bought $25 worth of raffle tickets and I bought, $12 worth of duct tape for you to duct 10. So I don't know how many other tickets may have been purchased by board members, but we helped in that effort. And certainly you could have said, hey guys, can you help with fuel going down to Dallas? And I would have contributed gas money. And I'm certain that other board members would have as well. So please don't say that you knew we wouldn't have done it when you didn't even ask, okay? So just to qualify that,
When I put, on your list, you're showing that you had $390 available.
Yeah, that's all we got left after.
But if you was to add all that together, it's $570 deficit. How does that, those numbers, I mean.
No, we total, after what we spent on the playground equipment, we have 390 left.
You're taking the 750 from the 1140. But you're not subtracting any of this duct tape, food, or raffle tickets, or raffle from it. Because none of that's
I've
being
never done this
deducted.
with multiple people, and I'm done talking about this.
No.
Yes, Miss Wood, she had a $571 deficit. You're right. You nailed it. Very proud of you. Maybe it didn't occur to you that all she cared about was getting those kids a safe play set. And it didn't matter if it was on the north side or the south side. She got the job done. And instead of recognizing this woman for this, you turn your backs on her and you discredit her. You're a special kind of human being, Miss Wood. Miss Haskins.
Yes.
since we made a motion to pay for him.
Monitor, what we got?
she could work with the board, to coordinate efforts.
She really feels no accountability to the board who gave her the chair, so. We have a motion to remove her from the fundraising chair.
I second